Dota movement.
A lot of sense for their game plan, but it also means, you know, they should get a lead in the early game. That's what I'm expecting from Aurora, and then they need to keep it.
Yeah, will we have a level 1 fight? It looks to... Whoa, could have one here. Disruption from Jin Q, who gets sprouted, and everybody's going to walk.
Finish a kill, as you saw there, onto the Disruptor of Xnova. Oh, Mira. One more hit would do it. Good hex.
Quite a bit of trouble, but Toke able to turn the tide a bit. Glimpse, though, onto Mira. Last right click from Ame is enough, so finally getting some retribution in this lane for the XM on the Lesh. 31-6 versus Kiyotaka's 34-2, so extremely even so far, as we're only 30 seconds away from the first power rune.
I think this is a pretty good result for Ember.
Ame. Another TP from Nightfall, a couple more right clicks, not quite enough. Ame does find the distance.
Yeah, I was going to point out, he opted for treads. I feel like a Leshrac that technically wasn't even really under fire, but you just never know when Kiyotaka goes for these aggressive moves, if it's a poke and prod or if it's a true commit. So,
yep, is Mira gonna get glimpsed back. First Solar Guardian of the game will actually be blocked correctly. Starbreaker to follow. XM looks to be the death of the Lesh along with Xnova, so a nice retaliation from Aurora. And now they have all these creeps here as Panto makes his way over, so another tier 1 in peril.
This is the start that their lineup wanted. As already established, their team can play very fast in this game and kind of exploit the early power timing of heroes like Chen and Prophet to get those buildings down. With a 3k lead, looking at a mid tower as well, could be closing in on the 4,000 gold already. That's a quite substantial advantage to have now.
Success, first arena of the game, but it instantly gets impaled by Mira into the Hex. Might be the sacrifice for Aurora. Rebuke with the Pulse Nova enough. Ame actually makes his way over as well. Kiyotaka glimpse back. He's going to get speared to a tree. Has a sleight of fist to buy a little bit of time with the Remnant to the other side. Xnova, though, spots him. Another Remnant onto the other side of the kinetic field this time. And Aurora will be able to get out with most of their lives.
Prophet is very good. Prophet has great stat gains and is usually just going to stand and deliver. Ursa wins that fight 10 out of 10 times. So, yeah, Extreme, if they can keep it in this range.
Denied haste rune.
Gonna cost them.
Xnova actually gets to the high ground. He's going to be okay, it seems. Although Kiyotaka, one more slight, does finish the jobs. Solar Guardian coming in. Mira getting some health back, but will be the death of Aurora. So 1 for 1. But XM trying to get outside this arena. A lot of damage with the Diabolic Edict. Toronto Token to the high ground. Looks like he will survive. Unfortunately for Extreme, they do lose the Lesh. And now Jin Q eats his way out of the Sprout. Now, far enough away that should be okay. Another Searing Chains, though. Disruption. Help keep him alive a little bit longer as the Shadow Poison start to stack up a bit. Next, Nova looking for a glimpse. Oh, he gets Mira back to base.
See ya.
The classic.
More of a fighting chance until Ursa's online, so it's kind of bridging the gap. It's also not strictly offensive. You got the 275 HP on it, but yeah, other options for Lesh usually favored in the defensive.
Mira and Kiyotaka just walk right past the bear, unknowing. Kiyotaka's going to take a little bit of the farm on the sideline. But Ame taking a nice stack with that Battle Fury, as another tier 1 is likely to bite the dust.
Yep. Oh, that's a lot of rally there.
Oh yeah, I love rally.
Skeleton Warriors getting to work.
What's the... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, surely you're going mid next, right?
I thought you were going to mention phase boots again, my bad.
Yeah, well, if those skeletons had phase boots, that would be...
Oh, they're going to jump. The Ember, a Static Storm being used, and that is exactly what we were talking about. That is the one use here that could find the early deaths of Kiyotaka, taking advantage of that very aggressive style that you talked about. And this is something that we've talked about in the past as well, is every team feels like they need one of these high-risk, high-reward type of players, and that's what Kiyotaka is. Well, I guess the issue is Aurora kind of has a lot of them historically.
Yeah, it's definitely good to have one player that can bring chaos. But I also think it's also a little bit, how to say, it's not ideal if you're too conservative on the other players simultaneously, right? Like you want the right dynamic. Okay, this is a nice catch onto Xnova.
Yep.
Nice find there from Mira plus Nightfall in tandem. And we'll get Nightfall his killing spree. Power of getting in there and staying in there, and now probably rushing BKB first. You might just go straight for more scaling. Is he only getting this against Glimpse? You could have bought your shard, right? Which is, it's not a foolproof solution.
You have to time it for sure.
Yeah, and you can ulti in and you can get into Static Storm. Then you can't use your Starbreaker either.
They spot X-Nova, the Hex to start things out. The pipe is activated though. Now Mira trying to get on the run. The Bear's gonna eat up Panto. He pops the hand of Gabe, and 2 dead already for Aurora though. He'll likely have to retreat now. XXS still looking for the opening though. Spear gonna be faked out. Not able to find anything though, so Extreme get 2 supports and a tier 1 tower in all likelihood.
They were very prepared for that, just fully set up. Aurora were trying to go for a stab and immediately counterplayed. And this is really good news for Extreme.
An Ursa lineup would have been really big, but now it just feels like if Extreme comes out even slightly on top of the next fight, they should be able to get Roche.
Yeah, looking for a move of their own here with the smoke. They're well aware that Aurora have big counterplay potential with Dawn, Chen, as well as Prophet, so they're bringing all 5 in this move. And Mira, I believe, did just get scouted there by XM, so he's probably going to end up dying here. It's a small price to pay, though, for a 5-man smoke break. He might even get out.
Oh,
nice.
Very
played.
Close.
Beautiful stuff.
But it will be the old Tormy.
Yeah.
Shard goes to X-Nova. Not the best. I mean, how good is Cleanse this game? I guess that depends.
It's good against Chains.
Target to go for, though, with that Pipe and Yules at the ready.
They have to hex him if they want to burst him. He has Yules and,
They do show that they're there. Mira, in the meantime, finding a support on the other side. Gets the finger, and that is the death of X-Nova.
Okay, can they convert this to anything? Roshan is currently bottom. Looks to be what they're potentially planning here. And
this would be pretty big if they can get away with this, but I do feel like Extreme could try to contest.
I mean, this is extremely telegraphed. They have to know this. Like, there's no way. Yeah, you can see XXS already.
Yeah, I'm trying to delay.
Moving in.
I don't know if they can stay in the pit.
They can.
XXS has the arena. Gonna get sprouted to start things out. Very tanky boys. Nightfall trying to get through it. Gets the Mars arena off onto 2 with a Rebuke to follow. Demonic conversion is Nightfall. Pops the BKB. Trying to right-click everybody is XM also popping his BKB. He's going to be fine. Solar Guardian not going to hit anybody. It's Toronto Tokyo now. Yules speared into the cliff with the split earth to follow. Kiyotaka with a nice searing chains onto several heroes. And after all of this, they do get the glimpse, but that's the BKB now from Toronto Tokyo. Ame in a little bit too deep. Pops the Enrage. Can mitigate a lot of that damage as a result. There's the Static Storm just on the outskirts. The Ember in a lot of trouble. Will be able to get dropped as XM pops the Essence Ring to stay alive. Meantime, disruption to save the time being is Ame, focusing everything onto Nightfall. The spear onto the low ground. Nightfall might be able to get out now. Gets glimpsed though into the split earth. Down goes another member of Aurora. Toronto Tokyo trying to get something out of this fight. But he's just likely to get glimpsed back. Oh, that's down for 6 seconds. So might be fine, in fact, with the cover of creeps on the high ground. But still, 2 cores dead for Aurora.
You're going to see the replay here. So first of all, good defense from the side of Extreme to protect the Aegis from Kiyotaka. Now this Dawn ulti, very, very strong coming in from Toronto Tokyo. Does give them a fighting chance. I'm not sure if we get all the way through the replay. This is coming up, but now you see 28 minutes coming in. Now the haste rune is going to spawn at the bottom right of the screen there. And as he comes out of Disruption, Mira could have taken it. He didn't see it.
Wow.
He never had the mouse or the camera around his hero, which is very understandable. You're looking at the fight, not where you are yourself necessarily, but if he could have taken that haste rune, we could have been looking at a very different result. XXS continues using it here, right? Gets that, just runs in, gets the backstab on Mira, and then following up on additional heroes. And since he isn't playing with Blink, he was not really going to get there in the same fashion without a haste. A little bit of a gift from the gods there going his way, and now 6K.
A pretty healthy spot. I mean, they don't have the Aegis anymore, of course, but they used it to be able to win that fight relatively handily, and now it's that 5K lead.
And it's worth keeping in mind that the prognosis here is about a 60% advantage for the Radiant, but again, I think you can maybe add some percentages to that.
Kiyotaka instantly bashed and just destroyed. Ame, no chance to get away for Kiyotaka.
I believe that's the Abyssal reveal, right? I don't think he had it last fight, so Kiyotaka might not have anticipated this.
And Looks like Torment time again.
Start bleeding out a kill here. They're making a few mistakes.
No.
You can't afford it here. Like we're looking at almost perfection here on out if you want to stabilize this game once more.
XXS has a full AC, by the way.
Yep.
Split Earth. Gonna find Toronto, Tokyo trying to get out, but the bash and Ame just eats him for dinner or breakfast since it is morning here.
Yep.
Nightfall.
Tower.
Heroes
would be ridiculous.
It makes facets too one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Because you can always change it. Like
well,
the
45 minutes is quite long.
The decision should be at the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
I think.
For sure. I don't know. It's just I've never really thought about the possibility.
In other
of
words, really stupid idea.
I didn't say it was a good idea. It just had me thinking.
That's true. Don't do that again.
Yeah.
Oh, Nightfall. Might be spotted. Ame. Oh, gets the Abyssal Blade onto Ember. Kiyotaka in a lot of trouble. Tries to Remnant away, but Remnant's on himself and dies to the bear. Ame trying to turn his sights onto Nightfall instead. They do take the support out. So 1 for 1, but definitely in favor of Extreme again.
Yep.
And XM going to the high ground. He's going to get hexed, but XXS is there. BKB pop from Nightfall. Solar Guardian to follow as well. Starbreaker on top of XM taking a ton of damage, but the Mars Arena doing quite a bit. Toronto Toki's getting melted along with Nightfall. So just like that, 3 cores dead for Aurora. It feels like their supports are living longer consistently over their cores, but it's 4.
Yeah, well, none of their heroes have saves except the Dawn ulti, if you will. So whoever Ursa gets his teeth on, you've had luck with other things in live shit. Okay, maybe you haven't had luck with cosmetics. There's a lot of other things.
Fortunate enough to meet you.
That's right. That is the highlight of your life.
Indeed.
Yeah. Wife can take second place. Uh-oh.
XXS showing off the Hex. Finding the Dawnbreaker. I don't think the Hand of God is going to be enough as Ame takes another one to the grave. Glimpse just in time. And a second casualty for Aurora.
Yeah, they're in trouble. They're in big trouble.
Now they're in trouble. After those 2 kills. They were in it till that point.
Yep. They're in troubler than
Swift
before.
blink for Ame. Going for the Satanic next. In fact, almost has enough to finish it anyway. And Roche number 2. The Belch won't really dissuade much.
It's a pretty good Satanic game as well. What is going to stop you from using this? Only the Lion and the Dawn?
Yes.
All the tools he's had at his disposal just been used to...
I think the only knock on him this game probably for Jin-Q is that he didn't buy phase boots. Other than that, he's just had a masterful performance.
Obviously,
on the Shadow Demon.
phase boots great for positioning. You get that extra mobility and you can run through things. So
and armor.
Yeah.
Don't forget the armor.
Yeah. Not that important when you don't get caught though.
Yeah, but it dissuades the enemy. It's like, oh, he has 5 extra armor? Okay, not interested anymore.
I think you need to be careful. There's quite a lot of people listening here and you might give beginners the wrong idea here. Oh, I've never tried Shadow Demon with phase boots.
Just don't play Shadow Demon if you're a new player.
Slacks is listening. He's like, I buy phase boots on every hero because I buy 5 boots.
He's going to stay a little bit longer. Oh, Disruption dodges the finger of death. Disgusting display again from Jin-Q as Ame in the front eats another target. This time it's Mira. 50 seconds of no Lion. No buyback either. Roche Banner going to try to protect this a bit, but Nightfall ends up taking it out. So now Extreme have to wait for the next creep wave. Blink Dagger now online for Jin-Q. So no longer needing those phase boots that we talked about.
Decent poke onto XM here. Might keep Extreme Gaming on the defense. Nope.
XXS was looking for an initiation. We'll use the Mars Arena anyway. Spear is dodged thanks to Nightfall's BKB as Ame just focusing on the objectives. Tower dead.
Really clever, in my opinion.
Especially the phase boots, that was also quite clever.
Yeah, love that.
Like all 6 items just work so well together. Incredible.
Ame, unfortunately...
Kiyotaka gets Split Earth, and another kill for Ame.
Yep. Will they find a glimpse too? No.
So buyback is available for Kiyotaka. Otherwise, has to wait 80 seconds. Glimpse. They're going to be able to dodge that. Knife on that with the BKB. XXS gets the Mars Arena onto 2 heroes. The rest of his team going to try to focus on the melee barracks. Only 30 seconds on the Aegis.
He forced Nightfall's BKB with that arena. I think that's a worthwhile trade, honestly.
Yeah, this will be 1 lane at the very least.
Aurora can thank the format that this is not a BO1, so they get a chance to return fire in the upcoming games, unless they find some heroic play here. Okay, good Ghost Scepter.
Yes, they still have the spear connection, and that is going to be a dead Lion. 50 seconds of no Mira, no buyback to come either. And More buildings will melt, so they're waiting for this death timer of Kiyotaka, despite having to buy back just for one last hurrah, but they're going to lose most of their buildings in the meantime. Actually, the jump onto Nightfall, already at half HP. The Solar Guardian doing very little. That is the death of Nightfall, and they did not buy back on Kiyotaka at all. In fact, they're just going to call GG. So game one going to Extreme. Pretty entertaining game, though. Yeah. I mean, Aurora off to a good start, as we've talked about. They needed to get off to, but
it just took them so long to get online. So this Helm of the Dominator gives you the early Helm of Iron Will, so you can sustain the
going later. You've got a faceless Void carry. You've got Void Spirit as well, who has pretty strong scaling potential and a good matchup into the puck. Your support scale exceptionally well. I think both Shadow Shaman and Pugna can be very, very strong late game.
Yep.
And yeah, as you're seeing pointed out here from...
How long does
and
it
also
take
what we saw last game.
How long does it take for Void to get online these days? Because historically, this is a hero that just takes quite a bit.
Well, with the Helm of the Dominator popping up now, it's definitely accelerating him a bit. You can think of it as like just a better Midas.
As this creep, this is interesting. Ame will eventually get it. Pops the Warcry as well. Apply a little bit of pressure to Mira as the Astral Spirit just shadowing him. Talk to me about the Pugna.
Yeah, there's a lot of value to Netherward here against Puck and the Lion, and it's also a bad lane matchup for... Oh, hang on.
That's first blood, so Mira did eventually go down.
Okay, and so did Panto. Okay. Talk to me about Pugna. Well, he's dead.
Yeah, that's not a good way to look at it. As Nightfall trying to take out the Tombstone, will be able to time walk away. Man's version of the Pugna.
It's still level 4 mana drain is still
okay.
600 mana in 5 seconds. It's not
the Remnant
bad.
does connect. XM has the orb to try to get away. Actually gets a little fancy with it and dies as a result.
Oops.
So it has the curveball facet, trying to get a little bit of extra farm. Could have just gotten away, I feel like.
Mess up on Nightfall's side.
Kiyotaka with the first power rune of the game, which is the Arcane. It's going to find a little Jin Q action. Panto there. Get another Astral Step with some good body blocks as well. XXS actually places down his Tombstone to try to contest this, and Jin Q, is he actually going to live through this? Looks like that might be the case as Kiyotaka has to try to run away. Trying to go for the Tombstone, gets impaled in the meantime though. Does take out the Tombstone, getting some extra gold. As XXS now with a double decay, and going to force Kiyotaka out with not too much to show for it. In fact, it's going to be the death of the support instead for Panto as XM finally makes his way over.
Big damage onto Sven down bot, but the TP rotation.
Stormhammer and the God Strength coming out as well. Only the level 5 Dawnbreaker not able to use anything to get out of dodge. Does have Hammer up in a second, but just too much damage this early game from Ame.
Ame says Stormhammer is the better one. And he's right that time.
It's the Centaur creep. And they're going to make their way over to the lane where XXS is playing very confidently in tower range right now.
The
ward is placed. He's already at half HP though. Aether Remnant pop. There's a Centaur Stomp. He gets his ult off here, which he will. Solar Guardian to follow, but he's dead already. Solar Guardian from Toronto Tokyo to try to help out. They will be able to get Jin Q on top of this, so double kill for Kiyotaka.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, that's a nice little find there as Tombstone not available. Dying, coming right back to life, TPing in and dying instantly. So using that innate to feed relentless. The net worth still quite even. Kiyotaka, though, leading the way in net worth at the moment. And it feels like anytime a Sven is being played, he's always going to be in the top of the net worth. It's such a hard hero to contest.
Yeah. He is a level and a half ahead of the Faceless Void.
Get the finger, and that is the death of the Faceless Void. And his Pine Cone. His trusty Pine Cone is dead. Oh, the death animation is beautiful.
Ultimately, it's the same for both teams, right? So it's not like it inherently favors a typical...
What was that neutral that was good against TA before that they cycled out?
Exactly. That was the other one, right? The Gossamer Cave.
Yeah, Gossamer. Yeah, but that was a cooldown-based...
Yeah. So...
Toronto Tokyo going to get surrounded. Flesh Golem activated from XXS. And the TP instantly canceled because Jin Q is there with his million disables and the finger to delete Toronto Tokyo.
To him. But now that finger was unused, which I think is a good thing, you don't have to use finger for guaranteed kills just to get stacks. I think, personally, that's pretty overrated. I think having the cooldown is much better.
Aether Remnant misses again. X-Nova, though, getting blocked by Kiyotaka. The Simile is there, but the Chronosphere is being used to just kill the one, but on top of the Undying now, XXS is going to be fine. Spirit Vessel applied to him. Ame gets a Stormhammer onto 2 heroes. Trying to go for the Rasta, but of course the foul play comes into play. No pun intended. Does kill him off in the end. Toronto Tokyo looks to be next for Ame in the midst of this Wisdom Shrine. It matters not. That's 2 dead. And now the coil snapping. Kiyotaka with another disintegrate.
A Dawnbreak who, with stuns, you want to use that ability offensively. And they tried there onto Undying. Didn't really get the kill, though, in the Chrono. Just ran away. Aether Remnant accuracy now down to 15% here. Oh, I'm just pulling that number out.
But a follow-up Hex from Mira. Get the life drain on top of him. X-Nova is going to try to channel. Does get off the Echo Stomp. The Earth Splitter to follow. Is going to hit 1. That's going to be the deletion of Panto. And another support to follow suit. So, in the end, a 1 for 2 in favor of Extreme again.
Faceless Void of Nightfall now completing Maelstrom. So, more farming speed. But again, this hero needs time.
Not ready to fight yet. We've only seen the 1 Chrono so far from Nightfall. Has the Maelstrom as the coil. Will connect onto the 1, but no follow-up it looks like, so...
Played with a Chrono, with a Dawn ulti, you'll compromise your positioning too much by diving for the Void, so you just call it quits, you take the tower, and you're happy with it.
XM, Aether Remnant going to be avoided thanks to the Blink. XXS showing up now. Kiyotaka will just Astral Step to safety. So no fight to come as a haste rune
with Chrono in the other roles. You're just not... You need to draft it in such a way that the other heroes are killing in Chrono, not you. But your main skill when you're playing it non-carry is not your ult. Your main skill is time dilation.
Smoke versus smoke. Kiyotaka runs into both XXS and Jin-Q. Gets up to Simile before the Hex comes through. Getting slowed by the right clicks of XXS. And they're going to get the Waning Rift, though. XM gets the nice silence. They have the coil to follow. Kiyotaka in a lot of trouble. He's going to pop the Resonant Pulse to try to stay alive. Gets the barrier, getting healed now from the sideline. Meanwhile, Ame just deletes Mira off the face of the map. So 1 death already for Aurora as they try to hightail away. Attempted TP, and it is successful. Item, you see that often on Puck.
Yeah, it's very good against Void Spirit, right? You know there's the 2 silences, so if you buy Euls, it's not protection. You just come out of the Euls and get silenced again. It allows you to largely ignore Nether Ward as a factor. Oh. Ame, you don't hit that hard. Well, I guess you thought Jin-Q could connect in time. He hits hard enough on that guy.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But Void Spirit does get out. I guess, yeah, Jin-Q was not in range turns again, like we did for Aurora game 1. Like this Void Spirit. Dawn this time, obviously, AC immediately after Ags, so definitely going to hit.
Oh, we got the Hex. Open up with the Shackle to follow. Jin-Q, though, Impale, going to buy a little bit of time. Toronto Tokyo is the Soul Guardian. But again, Ame coming in from the north, deletes 2 supports, and Nightfall has to Chrono and run away. Toronto Tokyo fingered to death. Didn't mean it that way, of course, Cinderin. Aurora, 3 dead. And the Aegis is just going to expire the old-fashioned way.
For Nightfall for this game.
Do you have him on your fantasy team?
No. I heard a player that a lot of people have on their fantasy team, Yatoro, though.
Yes.
Got a rampage in his previous game.
Oh, really? That's good for me. Ame takes out Mira. Yeah, I definitely have Yatoro on my team.
Yeah.
I mean, he has the most rampages.
And then Katsuomi would play the 4 Sven, rush Shard, and just always Warcry his Pudge, and he would have insane EHP. All right.
Nightfall, Chronosphere. Nova goes out with the...
Oh, the Tombstone save.
Grab allied. Oh, my goodness. As the Nightfall maneuver was successful this time, but it's going to be at the cost of a support as Ame and company just running through Aurora.
Yeah, tough. You can see now that Aurora are...
Oh, my goodness.
Testing out their BKBs.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
They're getting more and more... Like, regardless of score, I did not think the teams were seemingly, so far based on today, this separated in terms of just... their prowess that they've shown.
Yep, as the Roshan will be attempted from Extreme, and you can tell by the top of your screen, the smoke comes out from Aurora. It means they want to contest. Roche is already at half HP, though.
Oh.
XXS in that Flesh Golem form as well, and the Tombstone is placed in the pit. There's the Hex to start things out. XM getting the brunt of the damage onto the Rasta. The coil comes out as well as Ame just cleans up Roche himself. 2 shots, Nightfall, goodbye.
Oh,
as Kiyotaka's BKB finally comes back online, he gets the support for his troubles. As you can see, the Dawnbreaker able to BKB out, now the pursuit of the supports and Kiyotaka. Stormhammer connects, and that's a Thule that gets ethereal there from a moment there from Panto, but in the end, the Crepify can only do so much. So a 2 for 1, and likely to be a third. So Extreme get basically everything that they want. They get Roche all the goodies. They delete. Really just standing still, hitting buildings, will get the second lane. And the Hex from Mira. Kiyotaka on the sidelines as XM coming in with the coil onto 2. Nice heals from Panto. But the Stormhammer coming in. Ame wants to get in deep. He gets the 1 kill. And it back and forth from Nightfall. As you can see, the reset was there, but Ame now with that God Strength available. Earthsplitter does a decent amount, but Nightfall able to time walk most of it away. Toronto Tokyo getting on top of the Sven. Remember, this is still an Aegis Sven who just brushes off the damage with that Satanic. Gets back to full HP, brings him back with the Harpoon, but the Chronosphere is there with the life break on top of him. This could be enough to take out life number 1 of Ame. Can you do it again, though, is the question. Ame pops the Warcry. Basically invincible now as a result. Finger of Death deletes Toronto Tokyo, and it looks like Nightfall is next on the list, although Time Walks gets most of his HP back as a result. Kiyotaka, in the midst of all this, doing a decent amount of damage, takes out another support. So Lion dead again. Toronto Tokyo is going to get harpooned back into the arms of Ame. That's a double kill for XXS, though, as Nightfall and Kiyotaka, last remaining members of Aurora, as it looks like this game 2 will likely just come to an end right now.
They just cannot deal with Ame.
GG's come out, so Extreme 2-0 pretty convincingly.
10-0
Really
and 10. I'm sure Fear has a little smile on his face. Obviously a big Sven and Jari himself, one of his favorite.